Eurobox presents Hard Work Miracle Playbook, written by David Krueger, MD. Hard Work Miracle Playbook, The Mind, Brain and Performance, Neuroscience of Sustained Success by David Krueger is not a motivational slogan disguised as a book. It is a rigorously grounded, deeply human guide to understanding how performance actually works when it matters most. Drawing on decades of clinical practice, neuroscience, psychology, and work with elite performers, Krueger dismantled the myth of talent as destiny. David is our special guest today to give us an insight on this just-released book. Hi, David. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Thank you for doing this.
So, first of all, what prompted you to the writing of this book? What was the inspiration?
In the last few years, very few years, we've had revolutionary changes in our knowledge of neuroscience, psychology, and the performance sciences. There's a wealth of information that can be applied in practical and systematic ways to essential functions like mindset regulation, stress mastery, engagement with others, and particularly deliberate practice to achieve an optimum performance. So our mind and brain operating systems are not fixed, but they can evolve and transform. And the book is a systematic way of how to go about that. We can systematically rewrite mind software and rewire brain hardware in practical, everyday ways to practice and perform better. You know, it's been said that if you want to change, don't focus just on the goal, because everybody has, winners and losers have the same goal. If you want to change, focus on the system. And this book is a system to develop that. And as I do regularly in collaboration now with mentor coaching clients and trainees, I want to expand the reach and the benefit to the reader to become more effective in basically daily interactions, more resilient to stress, and to consistently attain and sustain peak performance. So strategies for navigating experiences and decisions also apply to those who consult, those who guide, and those who coach others, as well as individuals.
Really interesting. We spoke about neuroscience, which is a really interesting subject. Could you describe in 3 main key points how the neuroscience represents a great benefit for our lives?
Neuroscientists estimate that about 90 to 95% of our operating system is unconscious and on autopilot, things that we don't consciously think about and decide. This process ghostwrites beliefs, emotions, behaviors, so that any change, breaking the script, needs to be systematically informed and ideally collaboratively transformed. So I hope this book will feel like working with a trusted mentor coach. And secondly, the book explains and illustrates how to understand and systematically create new behaviors and ultimately new stories. Lastly, I think the reader will explore how to plan and execute new behaviors along with unlearning automatic behavior. That's a key part. It's not just learning new behaviors, but it has to be coupled with unlearning old automatic behavior that's on that cycle, that loop of the 90 to 95% of the unconscious operating system. So the result would be, ideally, to change both personal and performance stories for transformational success.
Okay, so considering this 3 key points neuroscience can help in performance, and the entire text that you developed as a book, what is the message that you want to transmit to your reader, or the messages?
Okay. Hard Work Miracle Playbook can strategically inform how to develop what's possible, what can be possible. It offers science-based systems for stress mastery and peak performance in everyday language in practical and systematic ways. It's a code book to create an enhanced performance, perhaps initially, for example, to regulate a state of mind, and then construct systematic approaches to performance and success. It applies a practical, experience-near set of descriptions, vignettes, and case illustrations to bring it into practical application. As a caveat here, and I think this is really important, I share in the dedication a quote from my favorite grandmother that has been sort of a mantra for my life work. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
Last but not least, this is a curiosity by your readers. Are you working on a new writing project you can tell us about?
That's interesting because no interviewer really asked that, even though I'm immersed in a new project by the time I interview for a path. And that's a great question. Now, in the final chapter of this book, Hard Work Miracle Playbook, the final chapter is, I think, Achievement and Success, Mastering the Extremes. So the book I'm working on now is a sequel in that process. The working title is Unprecedented, Successful Navigation of Transformative Life Experiences. It explores the unprecedented experiences and choices which exist because of significant success. Consider, for example, and I see this with clients on a regular basis, someone is able to achieve remarkable success beyond where they've been before, beyond any experiences. So their natural way of calling on past experiences and old models may not apply because these are unprecedented experiences. They've never been in this situation. So the old models that we automatically simulate from is like working with old software. And intuition, which is also based on these internal models in a different process of getting to a conclusion or an awareness, also can be outdated and can misinform. So looking at this significant, unprecedented success becomes challenging because there are no existing models to navigate new and transformative experiences. And I worked with clients in working in the things in this book to really recognize that. For example, someone achieves remarkable success and consider the accompaniments of that success: fame, wealth, power, influence. That not only can put someone on tilt and cause a challenge to regulate a state of mind, but you don't have models of how to deal with that. In a simple example, someone barely in the middle of college signs a contract and goes from 0 to 60 million in 10 seconds. Now, they don't have the life experiences. They don't have the working models of how to deal with that, how to go forward, how to deal with all the accompaniments and all the responses. So all the research, due diligence, and information gathering and opinions of others to inform a decision can be incomplete or even misleading. So our internal models may simply not apply in a new context. So then in a more succinct way, Hard Work Miracle Playbook offers proven ways to achieve significant success. So this new work will examine strategic frameworks for navigating experiences and decisions that result from transformative changes. And transformative changes can even change something as bedrock as your identity.
Thank you, David. We look forward to reading more from you, and we wish you best luck with this book.
Thank you very much. It was a privilege doing this with you. I appreciate it and enjoyed it.
This book delivers a powerful message. Sustained excellence is not an accident. It is a system, and systems can be learned, practiced, and refined, one focused decision at a time. Hard Work Miracle Playbook, written by David Krueger, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.